in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
James, we have a V-shaped recovery. You know, assuming we get these pandemic blow-ups down, we're going to be in great shape. Employment, unemployment looks great. Housing looks great. Retail sales, car sales look great. Housing, almost every indicator is showing a V-shaped recovery. We could score 20% growth in the second half.
I think what's going on with the stock market away from technology much more accurately reflects the condition that the economy is in, which is terrible. I think.
God, it's unbelievable, isn't it? When you listen to our friend Larry Kudlow, God, I mean, he could sell anything, this guy. But he doesn't tell the truth. And that's why we're here every day at 3 p.m. Eastern to try to tell you the truth. Not politics. You get enough of that at night. God, every night you got Hannity, you got them all. They all talk about the same thing. Ever notice that? They all talk about the same thing every night. It drives you nuts. More important than politics is your wallet, your retirement, especially your retirement. You know, people don't realize we have a disaster when it comes to retirement. We have the worst crises ever when it comes to retirement. People can't retire. And I have to laugh at that because they keep telling us how the 401k is terrific. Terrific. No, it's not. The pension was terrific because the pension, you were guaranteed when you retired, you were going to live the same lifestyle that you were living while that paycheck was coming in. You had a partnership with your employer. It worked. When they got rid of the pension and went to the 401k, which was never designed for retirement, in all these years they keep telling you how the 401k retirement plan is great. 401ks are great. Well, if they're so great, then why do you go shopping wherever you go and you see people who are 70, 80, even older, they're still working. They got to work. They're being forced to work. Imagine you're forced to work when you're 75, when you're 80. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Now, part of what's wrong is the market. All the money is going to so few people. It's been rigged to go to so few people. You know, today it was interesting. The banks came out and reported. And you know they don't give guidance anymore. Matter of fact, companies don't give guidance. When you used to have earnings season and they come out with their earnings, we could care less about their earnings because we knew about their earnings. You already knew before they came out what the earnings were going to be. Because during the quarter, before they report, they're always forecasting. So you get a pretty good idea what the earnings are going to be. So what you pay attention to is not the earnings. The earnings were 3%, 2%. It's not important because we knew it's going to be pretty close to that because we were told that. We were given guidance up to the quarter, up to the day they reported. They don't do that anymore. They don't report anymore. They don't want you to know the guidance. How can you buy a stock if you don't know the guidance of the companies? They don't give you guidance. They don't say, look, the next quarter, we have so many orders. The next quarter, we're cutting our labor. Next quarter, we did this, that. We expect that our revenues are going to go up by this. Our earnings are going to go up by this. So that's why you invest. That's how you used to invest. Thank God. Thank God for charting. Because with charting, you can throw all that crap out. You don't need to know anymore what free cash flow, how much free cash flow the company has, or the profit margin they have, or the return on equity and return on assets, so we could check and see how well management is doing. I remember I used to check return on assets, return on equity, how good is the management? How good is the management team? Then we had to check the free cash flow. That was so important to make sure they had plenty of free cash flow so they could pay down their debt. Did they have enough? Was it growing each quarter? Then price to sales and price to book. Then you had the old trailing PE and forward PE, all that. You sit there and study all that. You don't do that anymore. That's terrific. That's terrific. But they don't want to tell you their performance going forward because they know it's not going to be good. Now let's think about it. Since the bottoms, we had the crash. Let me get my chart up here. We had the crash, as you know, in February. And when that crash occurred in February, the market dropped about 43%. 43%. That's one heck of a crash. Think about it. 43%. And then the market, now think about that. Right before that crash of February, we had the crash of September 2018. Then we had that big rally. It was all fake, all based on, hey, you know what? We're going to be signing pretty soon. Pretty soon we're going to be signing with China. We got a China trade agreement. And they kept pushing the market up about 32% after it dropped 20%. But when it went up 32% after it dropped 20%, and I said to everybody, on January 2018, I said this was the end of the rally. This is the end of it. No more. Since 2008 to 2018, that's it. 10-year rally is done. And then market went down 20%. So how could they get it to go up 30% after it went down? Because they created a story. They didn't have to give any guidance on profits or the company. They just created a story. And then they print all kinds of money. And they take the money and gave it to the CEOs. And CEOs went in and bought more stock. And so the stock market went up. But it didn't work anymore. Because came February, the market collapsed 40%. Think about it. From January 1, the market started to go up. January 1 of 2019, the market went up about 30%. And then immediately collapsed in February of 2020. It's over. And what killed the stock market is the quantitative easing. No longer did you have to have profits. CEOs didn't have to create profits to make stocks go up. So now here we are. Since the bottom of March 23rd, the S&P 500 has risen more than 40%. 40%! Think about that. Yet companies refuse to give guidance going forward, and companies are not making money. Think about it. During the quarter of this rally from March 23 up to where we are today, during the quarter, they had negative earnings of 13%. And on an annual basis, that's 44% negative. How could a stock market go up 40% when the earnings are going down 44% annually and the economy is dropping by 50%? Doesn't make any sense, does it? No. But boy, you should capture those gains on the way up. All you had to know is, when do I get out? You know, we're talking about that today with my members. And we went over some numbers today. And I said, thank God we have charting, because we bought the oil companies, the energy companies, when nobody wanted them. And then we shorted them. We bought Schlumberger. We got a 30% gain. Then we turned around, because we knew it was all phony. And as soon as we saw our chart turn to red, institutions were pulling money out. We positioned ourselves with a short, and then it's down 10%. Taking advantage both ways. That's how you win in this market. Can't go just one way. What are you, nuts?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang.
Guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. How many times did you say, boy, he's negative about the stock market. He's just a grumpy old man. Well, it proved out I was correct. Myself and my chart, color-coded chart, tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell. Hey, it's free for 10 days. Check it out. You get the color-coded chart, and you get my membership. Both free for 10 days. This time, you're not going to be surprised when the market crashes. You will be positioned perfectly. Check it out, philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. Listen, don't forget, you can listen to this same radio show daily and also the archive by just simply going to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel. That's right, Phil's Gang YouTube channel, where you can listen to this live or the archive. Even better, free, that I'll give you my take on the market. Just go to the Phil's Gang YouTube channel, where you also get my take on the stock market. All free. Radio show, my take, you got it all. That's right, just go to Phil's Gang YouTube channel, and remember to subscribe. Then you get the alert so that you know when it's going to be active. Okay, so we're talking about, here we have this market rally after the big 40% crash in February. Now the market's going up again. But when you look at the market, companies are refusing to give guidance. And you look at it, the earnings are terrible. On a quarterly basis, the earnings are negative 13%, even worse on an annual basis, 44%. Yet stocks keep soaring, but the economy keeps plunging. Does that make sense? How can you have an economy that is plunging, going down 50%, while stocks are going up 40%? But yet, the companies aren't making money to push them up. Stocks are going up without profits. This is what's been going on. That's called a bubble. Now, I have to laugh at they're talking about the V-shaped recovery and the U-shaped recovery. What a bunch of nonsense. What are you, nuts? Listen to this argument here. This is unbelievable. We have, right here, listen to this.
James, we have a V-shaped recovery. You know, assuming we get these pandemic blow-ups down, we're going to be in great shape. Employment, unemployment looks great. Housing looks great. Retail sales.
Oh, blah, 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 V-shaped recovery. Now, listen to this.
Well, you know what? I love Larry Kudlow, but I think he's being more of a cheerleader here than a realist. And when our governors are limiting their businesses to 25 to 50% of their revenues because of spacing and social distancing and the likes, how does anybody think we're going to get back to normal or have a V-shaped recovery when we only can capture 25 to 50% of our revenues? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Of course it doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. A V-shaped recovery. What does that mean, a V-shaped recovery? Well, for a chartist like myself, you put on a chart, and if you drew a line, you have a line going straight up like a recovery, then all of a sudden it drops in the shape of a V, and then it comes right back up, so you get this V shape. What does that mean? It means the economy just bounces right back very quickly. Something interrupts that trend going up, and then she has a sharp drop, like falling off a cliff, but then turns around, bounces right back up, and that's a V. It just means you had a tiny interruption. This is no tiny interruption. What are you, nuts? 22 million people. Took 10 years to create those jobs. 12 years. What am I talking about? 30 million jobs been lost in 2 to 3 months. People are out of work. Wages are increasing. Are you kidding? Companies are going bankrupt. But who's getting rich? Guess what? The CEOs who got rich during the stock buybacks to push these stocks up artificially so a stock goes from $10 to $100, all cheating, all by taking money from the Federal Reserve, no interest. They don't get charged interest. They go in and just reduce the number of shares they have, so every time their earnings come out, they can spread it over those terrible, terrible numbers and make the stock go up. The next quarter, their earnings are worse. Their profits are dropping. What do? They go to the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve gives them money. Here, take it free. Go in there and reduce the amount of shares again. So they reduce the shares again to make sure the stock goes up instead of down. That is nuts. And what we have going now is a U-shape. U-shape means that it's taking a long time. U-shape means it is damaged. You have a longer period of time before you reach that baseline again, before you reach that trend again. Anybody to tell you that we just had this little drop off and we bouncing right back, they're lying to you. We had you know what kind of damage we've had? What are you, nuts? I mean, it's like taking a tank and killing an ant. That's the kind of damage we've had. When they lie to you and say it's all cheerleading, it's all politics to make you feel good. And let me tell you, the big problem is, and I lay all this on Larry Kudlow, the big problem is that that minute Kudlow got into the White House, every waking moment was about the stock market, the stock market. People are not stupid, Larry. I know you heard how Obama got away with that terrible Obamacare. And he came right out with his buddy, the architect, forgot his name now, who came out and said, wow, the only way we got it through, because thank God the American people are stupid. And you're doing the same thing now. Think about it. This market has collapsed. The market has dropped 40%. And now how are you getting the market to go back up? Not profits. Look at the banks. The banks came out today doing terrible. There's no profits. All you're doing is feeding money into the market. You're putting in $600 million an hour, $700 billion a month, $250 billion a month. And you've been putting in $4 billion, not you, but $4 billion a month ever since 2014. That's what's pushing the market up. It's not a market. It's creating a bubble. But here's the thing. You should be able to be in a position to make money while they're doing this. When you got the gangsters that we have in Washington that are pushing this market up artificially to benefit just the small group of people, the very, very wealthy. Don't you think the masses feel it? Don't you think the working guy feels it? The middle class guy who's getting stretched out, you don't think he feels it? And then when he starts seeing all these corporations starting to file bankruptcy, and they're walking away with 10 million, 12 million, 20 million in bonuses. Yes, companies are walking, these CEOs who got rich through stock buybacks, artificially pushing up stock price while their company was losing money. Now they file bankruptcy and they walk away, like Chesapeake Energy walks away with $5 million. The rest of these guys doing the same thing. People are catching on and they're tired of it. But let's make money, and I'll explain how when I get back. Join my gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. you immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever. But basically, that was really, really critical to getting the thing to pass.
That's right. It was critical because if they didn't have that voter, if they didn't think the voters were stupid, they would have never gotten it passed. Now, they admitted that. It's the same thing that's going on now, but Americans aren't stupid. When Americans start seeing CEOs like JCPenney goes bankrupt, the CEO received $8 million extra a year because of stock buybacks. Remember how CEOs, they have their salary tied to the stock. If the stock goes up, they get a bonus. Remember how that happened too? It was Hillary Clinton, who came in the White House and said CEOs shouldn't make more than $1 million. We're going to cap them at $1 million. Then she was a young socialist. Well, guess what? When they started to do stock buybacks, stock prices shot up without having to have profits. And the CEOs were making a fortune. So people saw this. And what they saw and what they felt was that the biggest threat to our economy, they found out, was not growth. There was none. Because these stock buybacks, what they did is they transferred, the CEOs took all the money, all the profit from the company, from their capital investment account. It was supposed to be for new machinery, new equipment, so that you would get an increase in wages, to increase your wages. Instead, they took the money and transferred it up to the CEO, where he benefited. So when he bought his own stock, the price went up, and he was tied to that stock price, and he'd walk away like the guy, the CEO of JCPenney, was getting $8 million extra just because the stock went up. And it shouldn't be going up because profits were going down. Now they find out, thanks to Washington, what are they going to do? When they file bankruptcy, they get big bonuses. Yes, he got $4.5 million bonus when he filed bankruptcy. So he's making $8 million a year for 5 years extra on top of his $12 million salary. And the company doing terrible, but he's making money when the company's not making any. Then when he decides to bankrupt the company, he makes sure he gets $4.5 billion before he walks out. Winning Petroleum. Same thing. He was receiving $3 million a year tied to stock buybacks. The company wasn't making any money. The company was going down. And then finally, he had to put into bankruptcy. But he made sure he got paid $6.4 million when he walked out. But he got the $3 million extra on top of his salary. And then when he filed bankruptcy, he picked up another $6.4 million. I can go on and on. People know something's wrong. When they keep hearing how this economy was the biggest boom, it's fantastic, it's a rocket ship, and they're trying to feed their kids and they're trying to feed their family, and they can't get wage increases, and their health care is going up, and they can't pay their school loan. They know something's wrong. People aren't stupid, Larry. People aren't stupid. They also know that you can't have a stock market going up, but profits going down. How the hell you get the S&P going up 41% in the last quarter, but profits going down 44% on an annual basis? What are you, nuts? Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook. They added $4 trillion to the market cap since 2013. Are you nuts? 5 stocks out of 500 contribute 22% of the 31% annual returns on the S&P 500. So let's think about this. 500 stocks. 500 in the S&P. They got an annual return of 31%. Think of it in profits, 31% profit. 22% of that went to 5 of the 500. What are you, nuts? Everybody's in Amazon, Google, Netflix, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft. We are too. We are too. But it's going to collapse. It's going to crash because they don't have the banks leading. And they're not telling you the truth. You got to have the banks leading. But in the meantime, if you had a chart, you knew how to read my chart. I went over this with my students today. Look at, all that matters is you just got to know when to get out. 85% of you lose money because you don't know when to get out. Now, Schlumberger. We bought Schlumberger before anybody wanted oil. Nobody wanted oil. Everybody said, oh, oil's bad, oil's bad. Remember, it was going down. Nobody wanted oil. We bought it because our chart turned green. We saw money going in. Went up 35%. But guess what we're doing now? We got out because it turned red. Now, most of you, if you get out of a stock, what do? You go look to buy another stock. But that stock you're buying also went up 35%. How are you gaining? If you're getting out of a stock, it's because you're fearful it's going down. So play it to the downside. But nobody's ever done that for you. All you got to do is push a button on my chart, and it's going down. You're making money. Let's take XLE, Energy, ETF, all the oil companies together in a basket. We bought XLE, and we got into those when it turned green. And that was in March. In March, we bought all these. XLE, 10% return. Then it started to turn red. Right around June. And now it's short. Now we're short, making money as it's going down. So think of it. SLB on the way up 35%. So far, 10% on the way down. XLE up 10%. So far, on the way down, another 7%. XOP, 32% on the way up. And now on the way down, we have a 9% return. Valero, 18% on the way up. Now we're on the way down. We got 11% so far. MRO on the way up, 36%. And now on the way down, 15% gains. And it's easy to do. It's a simple color-coded chart. Look, you get it free for 10 days. Free for 10 days. Because that's all you should be watching. You watch the money. When it goes in, you buy. And when it comes out, get out. When it turns red, get out. But see, they keep telling you how great everything is. All you keep hearing, okay, is what Kudlow keeps telling you.
James, we have a V-shaped recovery. You know, assuming we...
Oh, blah, blah, blah. And everything's going to be wonderful. Everything's great, right? How can it be wonderful and great when 5 stocks are driving the market? 5 out of 500 are driving the stock market. The biggest threat since 2008 to our economy has been these stock buybacks. None of the money went into getting you wage increases through capital investment, new machinery, etc. Going on since 2008. But see, you've caught on. You've caught on. You knew, wait a minute, something doesn't feel right here. Something doesn't feel right. And now it took us 12 years to get 22 million jobs. We lost 30 million jobs in 2 to 3 months. Something's wrong. And they're trying to tell us everything's back, everything's fine. It's a V-shaped recovery. It's not even a U-shaped recovery. It's no recovery. But, you know, who cares? Who cares? As long as you get, I don't care what stock you get in. When you join my gang and you with my working investor group, here, I got it right in front of me. Every day we post for our members, our working investor group of stocks. OIH, we're shorting it. It's going down, right? We're up 14%. Okay? Our gold stocks, we're doing beautiful. Now they're starting to pull back a little bit. But we know when to get out of them. We're not out of them yet. We took profits on Friday. As soon as they start turning red, hey, we'll get out. But right now they haven't turned red. We're waiting for that. If they stay green, we stay in. Look, there's nothing better than every day you just go, you don't have to know anything about the stock, nothing about the company. Just do what the video says. We posted at 2 o'clock for you. At 2 o'clock, Steve, the head of our education department, before 2 o'clock, sits with the team and they make a decision. What are they going to do with the stock? What instructions are they going to give you by video? And you pop the video up at 2 o'clock, they're posted, and there it is. And you have the color-coded chart, and it tells you exactly what to do by way of the chart. Not noise, not the lies, but by way of the chart. If it's red, you do not buy. If it's green, you're in, you're up 12%, like in Netflix, now it turns red, you get out. Do you have a chart to tell you when to get out? Does someone call you, tell you when to get out? Do they post a video every day for you when to get out? How about in your 401k? Did someone post a video for you to get out? How did it feel in February when the market crashed 42%? And guess what? You're still in. You didn't get out. And you think, oh, everything's okay again. Larry Kudlow says everything's okay again. And everything seems fine. Market seems to be going up. And you don't even know the companies aren't making money. You don't even know the economy's going down 50% while the stock market's going up. I can't fix that. Join my gang tonight free for 10 days. And you'll say, oh my God, I wish I did this long ago. I haven't got to do anything. I just got to file the video. It tells me when to buy and when to get the hell out and when to short.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. How many times did you say, boy, he's negative about the stock market. He's just a grumpy old man. Well, it proved out I was correct. Myself and my chart, color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell. Hey, it's free for 10 days. Check it out. You get the color-coded chart and you get my membership. Both free for 10 days. This time, you're not going to be surprised when the market crashes. You will be positioned perfectly. Check it out, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. How many times did you say, boy, he's negative about the stock market. He's just a grumpy old man. Well, it proved out I was correct. Myself and my chart, color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell. Hey, it's free for 10 days. Check it out. You get the color-coded chart and you get my membership. Both free for 10 days. This time, you're not going to be surprised when the market crashes, you will be positioned perfectly. Check it out, philsgang.com. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
You know, in the last few days, the big tech stocks that delivered 22% of the 31% of our returns, the Amazon, Google, Netflix, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, now those stocks are going down. Now, when they start turning red, we'll sell them short. Just like I just explained to you a few minutes ago, we caught the energy stocks when nobody wanted them. They went up 35%. And now we're shorting them. Now they're on their way back down. And now we're going to catch them on the way back up. And what they're doing is the institutions now are shifting out of the big tech stocks because they're scared of Amazon, Google. And they know it's a huge bubble ready to blow. So what they're doing is going into finding stocks that are undervalued. This is what we do for our members all the time. When we bought the energy stocks like Schlumberger, and look, and I hate telling you we're up 35%, we're up 10%. I don't want you buying it because we're up 32% or 10%. That's not the reason to join the gang. The reason to join the gang is you got somebody that's going to tell you the truth. And you got somebody, when they see, like right now, the tech stocks, okay, the tech stocks now are starting to sell off. The Apple, the Google, they're selling off. And now the big institutions that make stocks go up, they're starting to search around for stocks that are bargains. And those are the ones we're in. Okay, so now if the Schlumberger, we have a 10% return as it's going down, shorting it. Now, when she gets on the bottom, she starts turning, going back up. We'll let our members know. We'll catch them on the way back up. So if Schlumberger went up 35%, then we caught it on the way down, shorting at 10%. Then she's going to turn around and go back up again. That's all. That's how you make money. You have to do it with consistency. You stay in the same group of stocks. And you watch those stocks. Put all your eggs in one basket and watch them. You can't be all over the place looking for the hot stock. There's 11 groups in the S&P. We focus on 4 of those groups where all the money goes. And then we see the money move in and out of those groups, like energy, like big tech, like semiconductors, like healthcare. Energy right now, same thing. They're going to start going to Duke. They're going to go to the energy stocks right now because those have been beaten down and interest rates are so low. They live on low interest rates. So those will start going up. You just need somebody to do that for you. And that's what we do with our color-coded chart. We watch the sectors, especially the 4 to 5 sectors that are the most popular sectors in the S&P 500. And then we'll tell you out of this group of stocks, and we have the same stocks we watch all the time. Just like I said, Schlumberger, if we caught it 35% on the way up, which we did, now we're in it, shorting it, we're down 10%. Now, if everybody jumps from Google and Netflix into the oil sector, we're there. And then all of a sudden our chart will turn green, and we tell our gang, okay, here, buy. Look, it turned green. It turned green. Just like when Schlumberger went up 35% green, it turned red. Then it went down. I mean, if you can't follow the color code, and we do a video every day telling you exactly what to do, I don't know what to do for you. The answer isn't your 401k. The answer isn't listen to fake business news. And by the way, remember, the 5 stocks, the Google stocks, the FANG stocks, and if you had Amazon, Google, Netflix, and Facebook, the FANG stocks, then add Apple and Microsoft and Tesla, those are where everybody's going. They're not going to keep the market. They can't sustain this market. You need the bank stocks, and the bank stocks are lagging behind. Look at bank stocks. The financial system is so critical to the functioning of our economy, and the bank stocks are getting killed. The bank stocks are getting destroyed, but they don't tell you that. The fake business news network won't tell you that. So we follow those stocks. We've been short those stocks, making money on the way down. As I said, I'm not going to sit there and tell you we made 30% on the way down. I don't want you to join the gang because we made 30%. I want you to join the gang because of the system, not the percentage. The percentage doesn't matter as long as you're always in the right position. Every one of our members, all we want to make sure they're always in the right position, whether it's going up in the stock or down. And if you only buy stocks and you don't sell stock shorts, if like a 401k, you never sell a stock short, you just stay long, you stay in forever, and you lose all your money. The expenses are terrible. But even without the expenses, you're just thinking about it. It's like having a car with forward but no reverse. But the banking institution is what drives this market, and the banks are getting slaughtered. That's why this bubble is going to crack, the bubble is going to pop, and we're going to have a worse crash than ever. Stock market's up 591 points now. Why? Oh, because everybody's now moving out of the big tech stocks. They're going into oil stocks. So we'll be there, and then we'll tell you when to get out. Look, remember, it's the bank stocks that drive our economy. They give the credit. Remember, the financial markets, the banks, are the ultimate providers of credit. Without the banks, you're screwed. Right now, the Federal Reserve's printing $215 billion a month and giving it to the banks every month to support them because they're going broke. They're freezing up. Credit fuels our economy. And think about it, they're giving them $215 or $250 billion a month to keep them propped up. Because credit fuels our economy. Without the banks, if the banks freeze up like in 2008, we'll have a worse crash than then. But then you sell the stocks short as they go down. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with if a stock's going down, you make money on the way down? You've never done that. So for 10 days, do this. It's free. Join my gang, okay? For 10 days, join my gang. You get the color-coded chart free, and you get my membership for 10 days, and you'll sell yourself. We're not going to sell it to you. You'll see when those stocks are, when the Working Investor Group, those stocks are posted each day, and then you follow the video, the instructions, you're going to say, by golly, this thing really works. But remind you of this, please. The FANG stocks, the TED stocks are over. They're going to blow up. And without the bank stocks participating, we're in deep trouble. But no one's going to tell you the truth. Do we care? No, because we're going to make more money when the market goes down. The market goes down 10 times faster on the way up. Why? Because on the way up, it's interrupted by profit taking. On the way down, it's sheer panic. It's sheer fright. It's sheer get me out. And all we do is tell you, hey, take this stock. Look, it's turned red. It's starting to go down. It's red. Push the button where it says sell short. That's all you have to do. But we'll tell you when to do that. We'll tell you when to get out. We'll tell you when to add more shares to your position. We'll tell you when to take profits. Last Friday, we told every one of our members on all our gold stocks that we're doing beautifully with. We're doing beautifully. We have big profits in our gold stocks. Nugget, 20%. GDX, we're up 10%. But we told everybody last Friday, take profits, take profits. We had such a big run. And so now everybody was protected. We told them when to take profits. Now we're going to tell them, let's either start shorting it if it turns red or keep buying if it turns green or if it stays green. Look, all you need is someone to tell you what to do and prove it to you by showing you a chart. Look, everything they say to you is all BS. None of it's truthful. Look, again, you never heard anybody come out, have you, and said, boy, we're in trouble because the financial system is in trouble. The banks are really critical. And without the banks leading, you can't have a stock market sustain yourself. Have you heard that? No. Has anybody from the Fake Business News Network come out and say, credit is so critical? Financial markets, provide that credit. You have to have that credit to have businesses. You can't if we don't have good financials, we can't lend money to businesses to invest. In businesses, especially small businesses, which produce 82% of our jobs. Remember, banks provide the liquidity that not only businesses but households need. Households need. You got to have that liquidity all the time. You got to be able to go to the banks, get that liquidity. It's your protection against any unexpected problems you may have. Banks are the direct provider of liquidity, and they're getting slaughtered. The financial sector, banks, are the core of the financial markets, of the economy. They're getting slaughtered. Banks grew too large, and they're so corrupt. But you know what? I don't care about any of that. All I want to know is when the banks are going up, we're going to buy them. When they're going to go down, we're going to sell them short. It's that simple. Listen, the Fed cannot support this market.
I think we are reaching a range where even the Fed cannot support the market.
That's right. The Fed can't keep supporting the market. Look, get my stock tonight, my membership. It's free. Get your color-coded chart free for 10 days and prove it to yourself. Just take one of the stocks. We have over 20 stocks, our member stocks. Just pick one or two and file them on paper. Don't even use real money. Remember, also, don't forget you can go to my youtube.com, and where you get the show archive and my take on the business. We'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.